Hey everyone, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Now, if you may recall, about 3 Octobers ago, I looked at the second Freddy Fish game from Humongous Entertainment. And like I said during that blog, I loved playing these childhood classic CD-ROM games when I was a youngin'. Anyway, for tonight's blog, let's talk about another Humongous Entertainment character, Pajama Sam. Pajama Sam is a young boy who is a little naive, but has an active imagination and ambition. His favorite superhero is Pajama Man. Also, Sam has light turquoise hair and skin, and wears a pair of blue-footed pajamas and a red cape. He befriends many inanimate objects throughout his adventures, who in turn assist him in the games. Sam also has a tendency to be inattentive, impatient, and he has a habit of rushing into situations without having the full story. Yet, he is also depicted as being friendly and going out of his way to be nice to characters that he encounters. He also has a big brother named Mark. Now tonight, in honor of the Halloween season, we're going to look into Sam's first game and see how it holds up today. Released for Windows and Macintosh on August 8, 1996, for the Wii on August 19, 2008, and for iOS on December 12, 2012, the game is Pajama Sam in No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside. Now let's get started. Now, in this game, Sam can't sleep due to a fear of the darkness that fills his room. He's inspired by an issue of his favorite comic book superhero, Pajama Man, to take matters into his own hands. Journeying into his closet with his purple Pajama Sam mask, an all-metal Pajama Man lunchbox, and his Illuminator Mark V Jr. flashlight, Sam tumbles down into the land of darkness, but is soon stopped by a group of trees acting as customs. After freeing himself, Sam goes on an adventure to reclaim his lost equipment. He befriends a boat named Otto and a mine cart named King, who helps Sam throughout his exciting search. After a quest spanning a river, a lava-filled mine, and Darkness's house, Sam goes to confront Darkness. Sam is still afraid at first, but then he finds out that Darkness is friendly. Darkness tells him that he is just lonely and wants a playmate. After the two of them play together by playing a game of cheese and crackers, Sam leaves the closet and finds himself back in his own room. No longer afraid of the darkness, Sam quickly falls asleep. So, what are my thoughts on the game? Well, this was another fun game from my childhood, though some parts were pretty hard at first, but anyway, let's move on to Mustang Notes. Now, Pajama Sam was displayed at the 1996 Electronic Entertainment Expo in June. A writer for Computer Game Strategy Plus noted that the character of Sam was conceived as a pumpkin, but underwent design changes and now sports a realistic green head as he sets out with his PJs, blankie, lunchbox, and flashlight. The game is notable for its multiple game scenarios. When the player starts a new game, each of the 3 items that need to be collected, like Sam's mask, flashlight, and lunchbox, are in one of either 2 locations. In addition to this, the player needs to carry out different actions in order to retrieve these items. Also, in my opinion, like Freddy Fish and the other Humongous Entertainment games, I think the graphics in this game are almost like hand-drawn animation in a way. And now, let's move on to the characters. Now let's start with Pajama Sam, who is voiced by the only recognizable voice actress in the game, Pamela Adlon, whom you might remember from Kiki's Delivery Service, the Recess TV series, the Tinkerbell franchise, Final Fantasy X-2, and lastly, she voiced Rosie in the Enchanted Feast episode from Sophia the First. Now, in my opinion, while Sam has a fear of the dark, I think he's very imaginative, and he's a very friendly kid. Plus, I think his idol, Pajama Man, is a way better superhero than that fictional joke, Captain Underpants. Also, in my opinion, the part where Sam tells Otto that he'll float too, nowadays, gives me It vibes. Now, the first character we meet in the Land of Darkness, who's supportive to Sam, is Miss Tree. Now, despite the fact that she caught Sam by the ankle with her rope, which allowed her neighbors, the custom trees, to take and hide his things, I think she's very motherly and caring. I also like that she lets Sam borrow her rope, and she encourages Sam to look around the Land of Darkness in hopes of finding his things. Next we have Otto the boat. Sam first meets Otto at the boat dock near Darkness's house. Initially, Otto is afraid to go into the water because he strongly believes that wood sinks due to a story that a friend told him. So, Sam helps Otto conquer his fears by throwing a wooden board into the water. Afterwards, Otto is able to stay floating in the water, and from then on, becomes Sam's mode of transport whenever he needs to go across the water and down the river. Our next character is King the Minecar. Sam first meets him in the mines near Darkness's house. Unfortunately, like Otto, King has a little problem. You see, King is sad due to his wheels being rusted to the tracks, so he can't budge until Sam oils him up with an oil can. In my opinion, King is a fun character, and I think his accent sounds pretty similar to Larry the Cable Guy's. Plus, King can be very cautious, like when Sam finds a pickaxe and uses it to mine for gold. Next we have Carrot. Sam first meets this character in Darkness's garden on the other side of the river. In the game, Carrot is wearing Sam's mask in order to protect his identity as leader of the Salad Liberation Front, whose goal is to become the main course of mealtime. Carrot promises to give Sam his mask back if he helps free his carrot friends from the refrigerator in Darkness's kitchen. In my opinion, Carrot is a hardcore character due to his hippie-like personality. Also, Carrot is a recurring character in the Pajama Sam games, meaning that he appears in the following 2 games. Our next character is Bert, a pencil from the Land of Darkness construction crew. Sam meets him in the park on the other side of the toll bridge. Before Bert was left there, he and his crew were working on a passage project in the mines, but they mixed Bert up with a scoring pencil and left him out at the park. Since then, Bert had to fill in the role for the scoring pencil. However, later in the game, after Bert and Sam finish the project, the construction crew arrives and blows up the wall, and Bert rejoins his crew. Another character to talk about is the lab chair. This character can be found in Darkness's laboratory. In the living room storyline, Sam needs the chair's help in order to get the blue potion off the top of a high shelf in order to make an invisibility potion. Unfortunately, during Sam's first attempt to get the potion, one of the chair's legs break off. So Sam will need to fix her with a hammer from the abandoned shack and a nail from the mines before he can try again. Last but not least, we come to Darkness. Now this character is a lot different compared to his comic book counterpart. During the ending of the game, Darkness is a lonely shadow living in Sam's closet. Because he only comes out at night when everyone is sleeping, he has no one to play with. When Darkness is confronted by Sam, he informs him of his predicament and sorrowfully awaits being trapped in Sam's lunchbox. Thankfully, Sam sees his loneliness and agrees to play a game of cheese and crackers with him. Darkness loses, but he is happy to have a new friend. Now let's talk about the three main locations in the Land of Darkness. Let's start with the river. Now, with Otto the boat, you can go to several different places along the river. First, there's a pathway across the river that leads to Darkness's garden. Unfortunately, the road is guarded by Valeria, Sebastian, and Algernon. Three rude, high-class trees who only let other trees pass by them. So, Sam has to disguise himself as a tree by wearing a hollowed log on his head to go forward. In the garden is a vegetable patch and a wishing well, whose name is randomized and is sometimes blocked by sticker bushes. Further down the river is a toll bridge, who only lets people go across him if they can pay a pound of gold. On the other side of the bridge is the park, where you play cheese and crackers. Also along the river is an abandoned shack. After falling down a series of waterfalls, Sam and Otto find themselves in a cavern that looks almost like the cavern from the Pirates of the Caribbean rides. Anyway, inside the cavern is a place where the well from Darkness's garden draws water from. Unfortunately, Otto cannot get to the bucket due to the current being too strong for him. Now, the only way out of the cavern is riding a geyser, which shoots Otto and Sam up into the mud pit area. Also, if you click on the geyser while in that area, Otto will give you a minute-long crash course about geysers. Also, during his educational moment, Otto mentions the most famous geyser, known as Old Faithful, in Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, which I've been to back in summer 1999. The next place to talk about is the mines. After oiling King, he'll give Sam a ride through this place. In my opinion, this place makes the Big Thunder Mountain ride at Disneyland look safer. Since King describes the tracks around the mines having up and down, sideways, and loop-to-loop maneuvers. Plus, the mines can be dangerous with hot lava everywhere. Anyway, inside the mines are many different places, like a secret section which is at first pitch black, but it has a winch with a hook and a room with a light switch in it. Further into the mines is a room with a water meter, a room with a sliding door which can only be opened from the other side, and a room that leads to the roughest section of the mines, which happens to be the lower mines, which takes Sam and King to a place where Sam can mine for gold. Last but not least, we come to Darkness's house, which is a monstrously gigantic spooky tree. To me, this place is very twisted and mysterious. Plus, this place is nothing like the Haunted Mansion. In order to get inside the house, Sam must first throw 3 rocks into the basket connecting to an elevator so he can get up the rope into the house. Inside the house is a kitchen which has talking kitchen appliances, a refrigerator, and a dumbwaiter that Sam can, send to the bottom floor. Next door is the living room, where a bunch of dancing furniture can be found. But as soon as they see Sam enter inside, they stop dancing and become inanimate. Upstairs is a corridor where we meet 2 doors named Wink and Blink, who host a game show called the Blame Tickler. After you win the game, you get to gain access through the Doors of Knowledge, which leads to an odd room with doors on the ceilings, as well as on the floor and walls. And you also get to meet a grandfather clock in that very same room. Also inside this odd room are places like a music room and a library, which features a secret door disguised as a bookshelf, and where you can use Bert to write a poem in one of the books. Past the bookshelf are stairs that lead to Darkness's laboratory, where Sam can experiment with a few potions and ride the dumbwaiter back up to the kitchen. Also, further down the stairs is the sliding door that leads back to the mines. Lastly, once Sam has all his things, he must go inside Darkness's bedroom and then unlock the lock on his closet in order to confront Darkness. Now, there are 3 mini-games featured in this game. First, there's the Blame Tickler, which is hosted by Wink and Blink. During the game, Sam will be asked questions from 4 categories, 3 random ones, and the Land of Darkness. Once Sam correctly answers 1 question per category, he wins. However, in order to answer the 4th question, you have to find out what the water meter says in the mines, or find out which color the garden flowers are. The next mini game is Cheese and Crackers, which can be played with a toaster in the park. This mini game is similar to tic-tac-toe, but with cheese and crackers instead of X's and O's. In order to ask someone to play this game with you, you must say Havarti, and if they want to play with you as well, they say Provolone back to you. The game can be played on a 3x3 board, where you get to try to get 3 in a row, a 5x5 board, where you try to get 4 in a row, or on a 7x7 board, where you try to get 5 in a row. The last mini game is Nuggets, which is an arcade game found in the mines. This game is almost identical to the 1970s arcade game Snake. The player controls a minecart with the objective of collecting all the nuggets on screen without crashing into anything, including yourself. Every time a nugget is collected, another card is added to the back of the player's train. Points are awarded for collecting the nuggets and bonus items. A life is awarded after every level and every 10,000 points. There are 110 levels in the game. Now, here are some tips to help you guys get each of Sam's things. Let's start with Sam's Pajama Sam mask. Now, as mentioned earlier, if you want to get the mask from Carrot, you need to help him save the other carrots from the refrigerator. After Sam tricks the fridge into thinking that he will put Carrot inside him as a prisoner, Carrot reveals to his friends that he and Sam are allies and they are now free. In another storyline, the mask is in the center of the living room with the dancing furniture. However, Sam cannot get the mask when he enters inside, as the dancing furniture will jump back into place and pretend to be inanimate, causing the couch to step down on the mask and prevent Sam from taking it. So, what Sam needs to do is make an invisibility potion in Darkness's laboratory. After fixing the lab chair's leg, reach the kitchen via the dumbwaiter and take the mask from the living room while he is still invisible in order to retrieve the mask without the furniture seeing him. Next on our list is Sam's Illuminator Mark V Jr. flashlight. In one storyline, the flashlight can be found in the abandoned shack along the river. However, Sam cannot enter inside as the door has no knob on it. After Sam gives the door a new knob from Darkness's house and an oil job, he can enter and use a nearby barrel to help him get his flashlight. In another storyline, the flashlight can be found inside the closed-off part of the mines after Sam uses Bert to complete an unfinished puzzle, blow up the wall, and turn on the lights. However, the flashlight is on a rail track that King cannot get onto normally without some extra speed from external forces. After Sam fixes the winch by giving it a new gear from the grandfather clock, he must attach the hook onto King, bring him up, and remove the hook in order for King to get enough speed to get onto the top tracks, which will allow Sam to get his flashlight. Finally, we have Sam's signature additional metal Pajama Man lunchbox. In one storyline, after going down the waterfalls, Sam will find his lunchbox underwater in the cavern. Unfortunately, Sam can't reach it by hand as it's too far down. After Sam gets the magnet from the other side of Darkness's bookcase, he can use it to pull the lunchbox out of the water. In another storyline, after Sam gets past the trees and into the garden, he immediately notices his lunchbox with the wishing well. Unfortunately, Sam cannot get there by foot due to the various thorny vines blocking his way. After Sam goes to the underground cave and gives Otto some ores from the music room, Sam will be able to reach the wishing well's bucket from underground, allowing him to go up to get his lunchbox back. Also, throughout the game, socks are collected as part of a large optional scavenger hunt. While in the Land of Darkness, Sam is encouraged to find and collect 10 pairs of socks that have been thrown around. When each sock is discovered, the player is taken to the laundry room and places the sock in a laundry bin. Some of these socks belong to Sam's dad and his big brother Mark. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, Pajama Sam in No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside was a fun CD-ROM game from my childhood. The Land of Darkness was a mysterious world to explore. The music is great with each new area. The mini-games are fun, and the objectives to get each of Sam's things can be simple, but sometimes challenging. Plus, Pamela Adlon does a great job voicing Sam, and I think Otto and King were great allies. Plus, the ending of the game was very heartwarming when Sam made a new friend with darkness. So, my rating for this game will be a 97% out of 100. Well, that's it for tonight, everyone. Be sure to join me again next time as we return to the realm of Marvel to talk about one of Spider-Man's scariest villains, Mustang Power. Oh, and good night, everyone.